and welcome to the shed. In today's video we're going to be exploring the correct dovetail angle. Hope you enjoy. So this video is spurred on by the upcoming tool chest build, and I was designing a plan for it and I was looking at my dovetail angles and I thought that the 1 in 6 and 1 in 8, they looked like they were too upright to me. They didn't look dovetail enough, and in the back of my mind, ever since I've done dovetails, I've always thought that these don't look like they're wide enough. They don't look like enough of a tail. So I went investigating and found an article from Christopher Schwartz. I found another article from Popular Woodworking. I found a couple of references in a couple of books as well, and also a video from Roy Underhill, and I've written all this stuff down, so let's go through some of the angles and what I found out. I don't work my dovetails in angles. I use the ratios because that's what I learnt. So let's just quickly go through up here on screen what the various ratios are. So we'll start as a 1:1 ratio through to a 1.8, and we'll just mention the degrees just so you've got some idea of what we've been talking about. So a 1:1 ratio is 45 degrees. A 1:2 ratio is 26.5. A 1:3 is approximately 18.4. A 1:4 is approximately 14. 1:5, approximately 11 degrees. 1 in 6, approximately 9.46 degrees. A 1 in 7 ratio, 8.1 degrees. And then a 1 in 8 ratio, 7.1 degree. So first off, we have Charles H. Haywood from the mid-20th century. I'm sure a lot of you are familiar with that name. He uses 12 degrees for hardwoods and 10 to 7 degrees for decorative dovetails, but there's no mention, surprisingly, of softwoods versus hardwoods. Then we have F.E. Horde and A.W. Marlowe from the Cabinet in the Treasury from 1952. And they just say 15 degrees on your dovetails for everything. That's pretty simple, isn't it? Then we have Ordell's Cabinet Guide from the early 20th century, and he says 7.5 degrees for exposed dovetails and 10 degrees for any heavy, hard-working dovetails. Then we have George Ellis, Modern Practical Jointer from 1902, 10 degrees for all angles. Paul Haslick, The Handyman's Book, 1903, says the same, 10 for everything. So I think we're starting to see a little bit of a pattern. These makers of the past didn't really care about softwood versus hardwoods, and I would have thought in the past that because there wasn't modern glues, that these angles would have had more bearing on structure and rigidity. The angle would have had more bearing, but from what I've seen so far, that doesn't seem to be the case. Then we come to Percy Blandford, who had written over 100 woodworking books, and his most recent ones said angles between 7.5 to 10 degrees, any angle. Ideally, 8.5 for softwoods and 7.5 for hardwoods. So first off here I have Frank Klaus, and he says 10 to 15 degrees, and that's just for everything. Now, if you've seen him make any dovetail joints and little tissue boxes and things out of dovetails, he doesn't use a marker for any of them, so it's all by eye. So that is likely that range of 10 to 15, and whatever his eye feels like at the time, you go a little bit steeper or a little bit less. Then we obviously have Rob Cosman. I have to mention him, and from what I found, he seems to favour 10 degrees in softwoods and 8.5 degrees in hardwoods. I also found some referencing in here. I think it was Christopher Schwartz, and he references 15th century Italian work using slopes up to 20 degrees. Isn't that crazy? 20 degree slopes on your dovetails. And then other historical references mentioning using a 1 in 2 ratio, or 26.5 degrees. Wow, that's getting right out there. And I've also seen a Roy Underhill video where he was talking about various ratios, and he found that ratios of 1.3 was very common in a lot of historical furniture that he's seen. So that's at 18.4 degrees. So we can see from historical references and from people all over the place, there's not this sort of stigma or, oh, it has to be a 1 in 6, 1 in 7, 1 in 8 sort of thing that you see here modernly. And you'd think that's where this ends, right? No, I found some more research. I stumbled into log cabin building, and the angles that are favoured there is a 1 in 4 ratio, or somewhere between 14 to 15 degrees. So 15 degrees is a little bit more than a 1 to 4 ratio. And then I stumbled into dovetail use in machinery and sort of metal construction. And there was mention here of the Machinery Handbook, Volume 17 by Eric Oberg and F.D. Jones from the mid-60s, talking about the use of a 35-degree angle for the dovetails, with more modern references talking about 45 degrees as the most extreme. So I just thought that was a little interesting inclusion to have here. So I've gone ahead and prepared a dovetail on here. Now, this is the widest one that's commonly used in dovetails. I'm not going anything too extreme. This is a 15-degree tail. And it has a very nice shape to it. It's a very angular, and I really like this. But what I want to do is, I want to get some pencils here, and we're going to mark the other angles on here, just so we can see how it looks compared to the one we've already got cut here. Now, for those of you wondering how I marked it, I used one of these great little protractors. So when we're talking the degrees, we're starting from 90 degrees and we're going this way or this way, because that is how the ratios are determined. And the angles of degrees are always off 90 degrees, deadbolt upright, which is considered 0. So you take your angles off either way of that. And obviously, as I'm moving this around, you start to realize that's sort of the dovetail shape there. So we can see that there. That is now 14. So I'll put a little 14 mark there. 14 degrees. Does it look better than the 15? It's not really any different. It's just 1 degree off. And you can see the angle looks almost the same there to the original 15 here. So we can see here it's starting to get more upright with our 11 degrees on here. Is it better? Does it look better? Personally, I prefer the first two. Let me know what you think down below. Once we've got these all done, let me know which angles you prefer and maybe what you use. So there we've got our 1 in 6 now, or 9.46. Yeah, who's going to come up with that angle? Clearly the ratio is used, and that angle just happens to be what it is. What do we think here? And now we've got our 1 in 7 there. It's definitely getting more upright. I still personally don't really like it more upright. I prefer the wider angle. It just looks more visually pleasing to me. There's our 1 in 8. So you can see it obviously gets more and more upright, closer and closer to that finger joint. And in my opinion, I just think the wider angles, somewhere around the 14 to 15, to me, looks best. And it might be something that I start doing. I think I'm going to make a jig for roughly 14. I know you can buy jigs for 14, and that's why 14 I kind of settle there. But I have seen some for 15 and some other angles out there. So, yeah, don't be worried about jigs or actually making them yourself. You can definitely get the jigs. But we can see there's a big change in those angles. So there you have it, folks. That's what I found out about dovetail angles. And personally, I'm going to start trying wider angles than you see in the modern dogma and all of that these days. That you have to use this for softwoods and this for hardwoods. As we can see, makers of the past, they didn't care about that, and a lot of them didn't even measure their angles, so it was just in a wide ranging, whatever it happened to be, and that's what they used. So I'm going to personally look at using maybe a 14-degree angle, and I think I'm going to use that on the upcoming Traveler's Tool Chest build. Yeah, I think we're going to go for some extreme wide, nice looking dovetails. So if you like what you've seen here today, do sound off in the comments. Don't forget to subscribe, like, do all that normal stuff. And you might like some of these videos that are on the screen. Bye for now.